Welcome.
Top 5 English Podcast.
YouTube. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Top 5 English Podcast, the fun and easy way to learn English. I'm Boss.
And I'm Bella. It's wonderful to be here with all of you again. We're so excited for today's episode.
Yes, we are. Today, we're diving deep into a super important topic, talking about your day in English. It's something we all do every single day.
Absolutely. From the moment you wake up to when you go to bed, there are so many things to talk about. And we'll show you how to do it simply and clearly.
Before we jump in, a quick reminder. Please share this podcast with your friends, family, everyone you know who wants to learn English.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and a big like on this video helps us a lot.
So, Bella, let's really get into it. Let's imagine it's a typical weekday. How do you start your day? What's the very first thing you do?
Good question, boss. My day usually starts very early. The first thing I do is wake up. For example, I might say, I wake up at 6 a.m.
Wow, 6 a.m. That's early. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. So you wake up. What's next? Do you jump right out of bed?
Not always right away. Sometimes I just lie in bed for a few minutes. Then I get out of bed. So I get out of bed at 6:15 a.m.
That sounds about right. After you're out of bed, do you go to the bathroom immediately?
Yes, that's usually my next step. I go to the bathroom. I can say, I brush my teeth or I wash my face. These are simple but very common actions.
Yes, very common. I also brush my teeth and wash my face every morning. What about getting dressed?
Yes. After that, I get dressed. I choose my clothes for the day. For example, I get dressed for work, or I put on my clothes.
Perfect. So after you're all dressed, is it breakfast time or do you do something else first?
It's almost breakfast time, but first, coffee. I love coffee. I usually say, I make some coffee.
Oh, coffee is essential for many people. Me too. So you make coffee, and then?
Then I sit down and have breakfast. I might say, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. Or I have toast and eggs for breakfast. What do you have for breakfast, boss?
Good question. I usually have cereal with milk. Simple and quick. So for me, it's I have cereal for breakfast. Or sometimes, if I have more time, I make some scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. Delicious. Do you read anything during breakfast?
Yes, sometimes I read the news on my phone. So I read the news while I eat breakfast. What about you?
I usually just enjoy my coffee and think about my day. So I drink my coffee slowly.
That sounds relaxing. And after breakfast, what's your next move in the morning?
After breakfast, I clean up a little. I wash the dishes, or I clean the kitchen counter. Just small things.
Good job, keeping things tidy. And after that, is it time to leave for work, or do you do something else at home?
It depends on the day. Sometimes I need to check my emails quickly before leaving, so I check my work emails. Or I send a few important emails.
Yes, emails are always there. What if you have to leave the house? What do you say?
I can say, I leave home at 8 a.m. Or if I drive to work. If I take the bus to work.
Great examples. I usually take the subway to work, so I take the subway every morning. Or I commute by subway.
And finally, when you arrive, you can say, I arrive at work at 9 a.m.
Perfect. So in the morning, a few key phrases are I wake up, I get dressed, I make coffee, I have breakfast, I leave home, and I arrive at work.
Yes, exactly. Practice these, everyone.
Okay, So we've talked about the morning. Now let's move to the afternoon. What happens after you arrive at work?
Well, boss, when I arrive at work, the first thing I do is start working. I can say, I start my work, or I begin my tasks.
Yes, I start work is very common. What kind of things do you do during your workday?
I often have meetings, so I have a meeting, or I attend a meeting. Sometimes it's a video call, so I have a video call.
Me too. I also have many meetings, and many people work on the computer. Do you do that?
Oh, yes. Most of my day, I work on the computer. I also write emails and make phone calls.
Excellent examples. So I work on the computer, I write emails, and I make phone calls. These are very useful phrases. What about lunch?
Lunch is important. I usually have lunch around 1 p.m. I can say, I have lunch with my colleagues, or I eat my lunch at my desk.
I often eat lunch at my desk because I'm very busy. What kind of food do you usually have for lunch?
I usually bring my lunch from home. For example, I eat a salad for lunch, or I have a sandwich and fruit.
Sounds healthy. After lunch, do you go back to work right away?
Yes, I do. I go back to work, or I continue working. The afternoon is often very productive.
I agree. Sometimes I also take a short break in the afternoon. I take a 15-minute break.
That's a good idea. What do you do during your break?
I might get a cup of tea or walk around a bit just to stretch my legs. So I get a cup of tea is a good phrase.
Yes, or I chat with a colleague. Just a quick conversation.
Good one. As the afternoon goes on, what happens towards the end of the workday?
Towards the end, I usually finish my tasks. I can say, I finish my work, or I complete my daily tasks.
And then, the best part, leaving work. How do you say that?
I leave work at 5 p.m., or I go home after work.
Perfect. So, for the afternoon, think about I start work, I have a meeting, I work on the computer, I have lunch, I take a break, and I leave work.
You've got it. These phrases cover most of the afternoon.
Okay, Bella, we've gone through morning and afternoon. Now let's talk about the evening. You've left work and you're back home. What's next?
When I get home, I like to relax a bit, so I might say, I arrive home, or I get home after work.
And do you relax immediately, or do you do something first?
Sometimes I just sit on the sofa for a few minutes, or I might change my clothes, so I change into comfortable clothes.
That sounds nice. And then, for many people, it's time for dinner.
Yes, dinner is usually the main event of the evening. I can say, I make dinner, or I cook dinner.
What do you usually cook for dinner, Bella?
I often cook pasta or chicken with vegetables. So I cook pasta for dinner, or I prepare a healthy meal.
Yum. I sometimes order takeout for dinner, especially if I'm tired. So I order pizza, or I get takeout.
That's perfectly fine too, boss. After dinner, what do you usually do?
After dinner, I wash the dishes. It's not my favorite part, but it has to be done. So I wash the dishes after dinner.
Yes, me too. Or sometimes I load the dishwasher.
Good one. After the dishes, I really like to relax. I might watch TV or read a book. So I watch a TV show or I read a novel.
Yes, those are great ways to relax. I often listen to music in the evening, so I listen to some relaxing music.
That sounds lovely. Do you ever spend time with your family or call friends in the evening?
Yes, often. I spend time with my family, or I call my parents, or sometimes I chat with my friends online.
Excellent examples. What about hobbies or personal activities in the evening?
Yes, I might do some exercise like a light yoga or work on a hobby. For example, I practice my guitar, as I mentioned earlier.
Oh, right, your guitar. That's great. What about getting ready for bed?
As it gets later, I start to get ready for bed. This includes I take a shower or I take a bath.
Yes, a nice shower before bed is relaxing. And then, what's the last thing you do?
The very last thing before getting into bed is usually brushing my teeth again, and then I go to bed or I go to sleep.
Perfect. So, for the evening and night, remember phrases like, I arrive home, I make dinner, I watch TV, I read a book, I spend time with my family, I take a shower, and I go to bed.
These phrases will help you describe your entire day.
So, we've covered the whole day with lots of examples. Now let's give our listeners some practical tips to make talking about their day easier.
Great idea, boss. My first tip is start simple. Don't try to use complex sentences. Just use basic actions.
Yes. For example, instead of upon waking, I proceeded to the kitchen to prepare a stimulating beverage. Just say, I woke up and made coffee. Much easier.
Exactly. My second tip is use time markers. Words like first, then, after that, next, finally. These words help sequence your day.
Let's try an example. First, I woke up. Then, I had breakfast. After that, I went to work. Next, I had a meeting. Finally, I went home. See?
It makes sense. Perfect example. Tip number 3, use common verbs for daily activities. Think about the verbs we used. Wake up, eat, drink, go, work, make, take, watch, read.
Yes, these are your best friends. They cover almost everything you do. Practice them.
Tip number 4, use simple adjectives to describe how your day was. Was it good, bad, busy, relaxing, tiring, fun?
So you can say, my day was busy. Or, it was a relaxing afternoon. Or even, my day was a bit tiring. Simple words, big impact.
And my final tip, practice, practice, practice. Think about your day in English. Even if you don't say it aloud to anyone, just mentally list your actions.
Yes, you can even ask yourself questions. What did I do this morning? What will I do tonight? And try to answer them in English.
This mental practice helps you remember the words and phrases we talked about today.
Wow, Bella, we covered a lot today. I hope this was super helpful for our listeners.
I think so too, boss. We provided so many examples to help everyone feel more confident talking about their day in English.
Now it's your turn, everyone. We want to hear from you.
In the comments below, tell us about your day. Just 1 or 2 sentences.
Yes, you can tell us, I woke up early today and had coffee. Or, my afternoon was busy with work.
Or maybe, tonight I will make dinner and watch TV. Keep it simple, but try to use some of the phrases we learned.
We love reading your comments. It's a great way to practice your English.
And before you go, please remember to subscribe to Top 5 English Podcast if you haven't already. We have new episodes every day.
And give this episode a big thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow.
And share it with anyone who might benefit from learning how to talk about their day in English.
Thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. We truly appreciate you learning with us.
Yes, thank you. See you next time and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Keep practicing your English. You're doing great.